It's quite an honor for us to be here today and to be in your collective midst. Our children and each of us is blessed. We went through a daunting experience the last few months of my beloved's life. But it all is swallowed up in tremendous joy when we consider the awesome lives that we live together with him. For me, it was a great privilege to be his best friend, his wife, his co-developer, co-promoter, co-this, co-that, everything but co-architect. Hallelujah. And I know everybody says, well, where do you begin? Talking about the beginning is not where my husband and I first met, but I will tell you that story, because you do like to laugh. But the beginning is family. And one thing that I can say confidently, overconfidently, about Debby Igiehon, Harris Igiehon, Harris Black Igiehon, is that his name, Ibangbe, which means you do not forget family. He does not forget family, was a prophetic name. And a name that showed the blessing that he was, not only to those who were his biological family, but we are blessed that our friends, our closest associates also are our family. And I was blessed to meet a man who on my first date with him, which was my first date with him, I knew about his family and his love for you all. And my heart knitted with you from the very beginning. I honor not only my own family, the rights, the loves, but I honor the Igiehons and the Irabos and all you. We met at JFK International Airport around March 1981. A long time ago, for some of you, I weren't even born. We met at the airport. I was just coming in from France, where I'd gone to learn French because I was going to Nigeria and two francophone countries. And when I got in, after wasting time at the terminal, where I was very impressed that the country I was about to go to, the main country, Nigeria, had on the tariff board shown that its own currency was higher in value than the dollar at that particular time. And I said, oh yes, I picked the right African country, Nigeria. And I came out so that I could find a taxi going to Manhattan where my car was repaired and waiting. And I looked at this long line of yellow cabs, and I said, these guys, most of the drivers, they have a bad reputation for ignoring black people, people of African descent, especially when it's evening. And I looked across, and I saw this gray Ford LTD with a patch of pink over the tire. I said, hey, that should be my ride. This gypsy cab. All the gypsy cabs in New York are very safe. And they're mostly piloted by African Americans and Africans from the continent. So I walked over, and this tall African wearing a kaftan and some leopard skin shoes said, where you going? And I told him, I said, what's your fare? He gave me the wrong fare. And I said, But I went inside, and after a while, came back out again. He was still there. He had just dropped off his senior uncle, Engineer Debby Igiehon, going back to Nigeria. And when I came back to the car, he just said, okay, what do you want? And I told him, and he said, okay, get in. So I got in the back seat, and we started off. And there was a lot of go-slow, a lot of heavy traffic that day in Queens, the airport. And so we had a long time to talk. I got in, and he looked through the rearview mirror, and he said, okay. I said, you're from West Africa. And he said, how'd you know? And I laughed. I said, you're from either Ghana or Nigeria.